Hello, I'm Karen Blee Nickels, docent at the Aurora Historical Society's Tanner House Museum. And we're standing here today in the kitchen of the Tanner House in front of the stove, which is very similar to the stove that the Tanners would have had here from the 1850s when this house was built, probably into the 20th century. The Tanners burned wood in their stove, and every Victorian child would have learned early not to touch the stove because all the surfaces were hot. These plates on the top are not burners. They're really just lids that allow you access to the parts of the stove underneath the cooktop. Wood would have been put into the firebox here. The oven door is here. People didn't just put their cakes into the oven and then walk away, because the oven had different hot spots and things tended to burn. So they would have been checking their cake or whatever they had and turning it around and moving it into different locations in the oven so that it didn't burn. This stove also has a water reservoir. Water would be poured into this reservoir, and as the stove heated, the water would also get hot. This is how people got hot water in Victorian times. If they didn't have a water reservoir, they would have heated their water here in something like a kettle. It was a great deal of work to cook with a cook stove, a lot of cleaning out of ashes and so forth, but they say that food cooked on a cook stove is extra tasty, and so the results were worth it. I hope that you will come and visit us here at the Tanner House soon so that we can show you more about this stove and talk more about the rest of the house and the family history.